My name is Savannah, and I'm here because I think that the county should move its money out of Bank of America and into a local bank. But I have this statement to read. We ask that you immediately take any and all steps necessary to move all monies under your control out of Bank of America, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Chase Bank, and any other bank not chartered in Washington State, and move this money to a financial institution chartered in Washington State, such as Kitsap Bank, First Federal, or even better, a credit union.
Judy, I'm Barbara Maury. Hi.
Barbara.
On behalf of residents of and voters of Jefferson County, we went out and gathered petitions to support this idea.
Okay.
We have just begun our efforts, so there's about 450, give or take a few here. But we will be interested in getting additional ones if you need them for understanding where we're coming from and where your constituents are coming from.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here, I think, because like a lot of the other people in this room, I think we have concerns about a lot of these larger banks. A lot of us have concerns about a lot of these larger banks. I know myself, I've had horror stories with them. I also do a lot of work helping people facing foreclosure and just finding these. I think there should be alternatives, and anything we can do to explore them, I think would be appreciated. We appreciate you meeting with us. We appreciate that you're going to be giving us some documents about this too to help us make some decisions. So I think I think we look at this as the beginning of a dialogue, and thank you for starting it with us.
Yeah, my name is Sidney Collins, and the perspective I come from this is that money in a community, let me start back, when it goes into a bank numerous times, there's a multiplier, 18% reserve. It winds up 3.1 times. It's even probably more now. When money stays in a community, it magnifies. Everything goes in and out of local banks, it stays here. With the Bank of America, it goes to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I don't think it goes to common people there. So my interest is not necessarily, and I think the Bank of America is corrupt. I think they're bankrupt. Their derivatives are astronomical. But the main thing is I'd like to see the money stay here because I care about America, I care about the state, and I care about this community. The money needs to stay here so it promotes our economy. And that's where I'm coming from. Thank you.
I'm Marcus Butler. I'm here for very similar reasons as already stated. And if Bank of America goes down, which without the bailouts, it will go down, we are all in trouble.
My name is Savannah. I think that part of why I love living in this community is because it's a really strong community and they're really supportive in keeping things local. And it's really disheartening to hear the courthouse is choosing to bank with a big corporation and send its money out of our community. I think that it should come back to this community and stay local, just like a lot of just how this community is, I feel like.
I'm Stacy, and struggling to stay within Jefferson County in Port Townsend, and one of the things is a livable community and a livable Jefferson County, and I think trying to keep our money within our local as we can institutions is really, really important to keeping young families here and in a community that we're really proud of. And I don't agree with the way that Bank of America practices business. And I think that we have power and we have institutions that are willing to take our money and that we should move it to First Federal or out of Bank of America to make it a better place for us to live. That's why I'm here.
My name is Rochelle, and I pretty much agree with everything that was said, but I think that the main reason I'm here is because having money in these huge corrupt banks is the big moral issue of our time. And these banks are controlling so much, and they are so corrupt. And by having our money in there, we are saying it's okay to do these corrupt practices. And, you know, back when slavery was legal, people who thought that it shouldn't be happening, they refused to wear anything made out of cotton or purchase anything made by the slave trade. And that was a huge statement. And people now, I think, need to make a huge moral statement and say, we will not participate in that. It may be difficult for us, it may not be the easiest path, but we refuse to participate in the corruption that is happening because it's not okay with us personally. We don't want to be part of something that is so incredibly unethical. And Bank of America has been found guilty of multiple charges of corruption.
Majority, I won't reiterate, but I agree with essentially everything that's been said. I'm working hard to promote local buying of farm foods and sustaining farmers, and I think this fits it right into the same picture. We really need to keep things local. It's the one thing that we can do, and thank you for meeting with us because this is possible to do with only great benefit and really no harm so far as we can tell.
Doug Milholland, the financial architecture of the global economy is at great risk right now. Bernanke and Crowder are now behind the ability of Europe to balance its books as well. It's a tremendous time for all of us. All of our finances are interlinked, and Bank of America, with its huge portfolio of derivatives, is very much at risk. And I understand that they don't hold all of our investments at their transfer agency for a lot of investments, but nonetheless, I think it would be very wise for us to closely look at how we can strengthen our local economy and strengthen local businesses rather than continue to have our finances directly tied to the global economy.
Jackie Austin. Bank of America has ruined many lives in our community as well. And they need to be broken up, not supported. I'm here representing 8 people, 8 of my friends.
I'm Karma Tenson Wancho, and I live in a community that I think is one of the most precious, gentle, caring places that I know of on the earth. And I think that one way that we can continue to sustain each other's welfare is by having a government that supports us. I do not think our governments are supporting us by investing our money in a corporation like Bank of America. And I think that we can best serve the community by putting that money elsewhere in a local bank. And I ask that you do that.
I'm Judith Morris. And I appreciate the role that you have. It's a very difficult one, but you have been elected to be the steward of our local money. And that's a great responsibility, and it probably comes with a great deal of headaches as well. But as our steward, we are asking you to support the local community. We don't have a great impact on what's happening in Washington, D.C., or not even really in Olympia, but we can have an impact on what's happening here in Port Townsend and Jefferson County. And you are the gateway to that. So we're asking you to listen to us and to think about it very carefully and to be a good steward for our funds to protect and serve our community.
My name is Jack Range, and I'm here, I think, for all these amazing reasons that people here have said. But so I think what I could really add is that let's see, just the effect it's having locally, all these financial issues. I'm on a list for service of legal documents, and I'm selective in what I serve to people, and I get calls all the time to serve eviction notices on folks in our community. It's mostly Port Ludlow, but it's all over Port Townsend and Jefferson County. So we see it happening every single week. And it's really concretely affecting people in our community. I think that's why we're here, and we see this as a way that we can affect this issue at the local level.